Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right.
Okay, so you're live, right? It says you're live on EV Mux.
It says
And
I'm live on YouTube too.
okay, everything's good. Everything worked out.
Boy, I swear these freaking apps starting to get on my nerves. They're trying to get on my nerves, and then they want you to pay for better like quality. But at the same time, are we really gonna get better quality, or are they just gonna take us for our money? Like I'm just curious. These are questions that I just want answered.
I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, I would be. Hang on, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Okay, take your time.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right. All right. Let me get my notes real quick, and then after that, we will start this thing. I swear, everybody's internet, everybody's phones is out, and all this other stuff. At this point, they should go back to we should go back to the original way and just go back to house phones at this point.
Oh shit! Now I forgot something in my car. You know what? I'm gonna get that later. Fuck it.
You're gonna
I'm
get it
not.
later. I would say
Yeah.
if it's important, you can go get it now. I'm still like setting up a little bit. I still gotta get my notes. So
Uh, I'll get it later because I like I said, I've been moving up and down. I'm. It's fine. It's not even important. I got it. I got something else.
okay, all right.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just this whole Wi-Fi, this whole internet thing. It's 'cause I remember I was in fucking Atlanta a few months ago. A few months ago, I was in Atlanta, and I was just randomly looking at CDs
What's up,
and stuff
Sam?
like that. You said
Yeah.
what?
Oh, I'm not saying hi to the chat. What's good, y'all?
And I was just randomly getting some CDs, and then my phone went out of signal. I'm looking at myself like, what the fuck? Mind you, I'm in a different city trying to get some GPS so I can get fucking home. And then Verizon waits to the wrong fucking time to do this stupid shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
ugh. That
Verizon
because
be
that
on that
like
bullshit.
why? Because I've been seeing this shit about outages since like 1 p.m. today. Right? It's 7 o'clock here my time. I'm trying to like meditate, and also I see my signal went. I was like, you wait until I get fucking home to do this shit, really?
Lady Lou,
And
what's good?
I
Yeah,
gotta rely on my Wi-Fi and shit. Come on, come the fuck on, man.
man, please. Like, I swear they want all this money for internet that half-ass work. Q, what's good with you? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And but yet they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
They
at this
don't.
point, let's just go back to house phones, pages, all that stuff. Easier time, easier.
Hell, even the house phones be fucking up sometimes too. Shit.
Yeah, yeah, sure do. You right. So, but yeah, I'm ready to start this whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. What is going on YouTube? How's everyone doing on this lovely, lovely Wednesday, hump day? It's the middle of the week. This is Mike in the house. And to my right, special guest star. Go subscribe to his channel, Reg Reviews. That is capital RE Reviews. So this is my homeboy Reg.
Yeah, REG. But yeah, what's up? What's goody?
Yep. So today we're gonna be doing a movie that I it's one of those movies. It's one of those movies where it didn't really need a sequel. I'm gonna be real with you, and it's one of those movies. It's not really much to talk about because it's not really much in the movie to even talk about. No, it's not nothing interesting. Maybe with the exception of the soundtrack. The soundtrack, in my honest opinion, I think it should have got major award nominations. But this somewhat piece of garbage movie that didn't really live up to the original. Yeah, this is a movie that damn near ended John Travolta's movie career. Could have that and Two of a Kind, but it is what it is. This is a movie that we were reviewing called Staying Alive. Now, this movie came out in July 15th, 1983, and the budget of this movie is $22 million. Opening day weekend in Canada, it grossed over $12 million, and then not to mention it grossed U.S. and Canada altogether is over $64 million. So now this movie is supposed to be a follow up to 1977's classic Saturday Night Fever. Well, I loved Saturday Night Fever way more than this movie. And rightfully so, John Travolta did receive an Oscar nomination, his first Oscar nomination, rightfully so. And this movie is directed by Sylvester Stallone and written by Sylvester Stallone. Now, I want to touch on Sylvester Stallone real quick. When it comes to him and directing, I'm going to be real with you. Him in directing is not his strong suit. I have seen some of his movies that he directed, and yeah, for the most part, it's pretty. At times, it's pretty bad, but at the same time, like now, there's a few movies that he's written, directed, or maybe a couple of them that were pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, this his directing is not his strong suit. Now, as far as his writing, now he did do it right in Rocky 1976, which earned him an Academy Award nomination. Actually, he was nominated for two, one for Best Original Screenplay and one for Best Actor. Now, when it came to like the Rocky series, like I'm gonna be real with you, um, the first three that I actually liked, that I actually love, you know what I'm saying? The fourth one kind of like grew on me a little bit more, and fifth one was like pretty much trash. But it is what it is, though. You prefer Grease over Saturday Night Fever. I'm gonna be real with you. I can't get mad about that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I can't really get mad about that, but I like them both equally, like in my opinion. So where we at? All right. So this movie is basically what this movie's about. I couldn't even tell you what this movie's about. Basically, it's just this whole movie's just mumbo jumbo. So basically, what this movie is that it takes place 5 years later, where Tony he's pretty much a struggling dancer, and he's trying to get his big break. And this time, he wants to go on Broadway. So that's his big break, and pretty much there's supposed to be a romantic drama as well too. Now, I will say this: I don't see anything romantic about it because basically with Tony, basically he's I don't know it didn't really explain much in the movie. I don't know what their relationship is between Joni and Jackie, played by Cynthia Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? And he, at the same time, he meets this other one dancer named Laura, who was played by Fiona Hughes. Now, Fiona Hughes, to all my General Hospital fans, Fiona Hughes, she is well known as Anna. So now this is one, if not her very first film. I think it's her first film, if not one of them. Now, if you want to talk about performances, I think she's the weakest link in this. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you, she's probably the weakest link out of the bunch. But all of them really were pretty bad. But this, with Fiona Hughes, I think she was the worst one. And not to mention, she was nominated for two Razzie Award nominations for Worst New Star and Worst Actress, which well deserved. She should have won, in my honest opinion. Now, this is her debut. Yeah, it is one of the worst. It's one of the worst. So with this story, Staying Alive, basically, this to me, it has no story. It has no romantic chemistry. I didn't buy the romantic chemistry between Tony and Jackie. I didn't buy the chemistry between Tony and Laura. I did not buy that. You know what I'm saying? It like the first movie, Saturday Night Fever, was rated R. That was hard edge. That was gritty. But when you get Staying Alive, it lost its grittiness. You know what I'm saying? It pretty much degraded of what yes, Saturday Night Fever was. Now, mind you, Staying Alive, this was the post disco era at the time too. But I mean, I don't think it would make a difference because the writing is just so thin. The writing is just so stupid. And these characters, you want us to feel sorry for these characters. I don't feel sorry for none of these characters at all. I really don't. I'm gonna read this comment real quick. Saturday Night Fever was way better than Grease. I can't get mad about that either. You know what? That I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Grease. I think to me they kind of. I like both of them like kind of equally, but for like different reasons though. But I can't get mad about that. That's good. So all right. So John Travolta. Now I'm gonna touch on this for a second. Now John Travolta, for those of you who follow his career, he got his start in movies like Carrie. He got his start, also in Welcome Back, Kotter. You know what I'm saying? Carrie, I thought he was great. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Saturday Night Fever, I think, took him to new heights, and it, solidified him as a dramatic actor. You know what I'm saying? He did Grease that next year, 1978. 1980 was Urban Cowboy, which that's another good movie, very underrated. It's with John Travolta, Deborah Winger. 1981 was a movie called Blowout with Brian De Palma and Brian De Palma who directed it, and Nancy Allen from RoboCop. Now after 81, now you get Two of a Kind, which that reunited him with Olivia Newton-John, which I have yet to see that movie, but I feel like between that and Staying Alive, that was the start of his decline. Now he did a movie that I actually seen back in '85 called Perfect with Jamie Lee Curtis. That was horrible. Now, Reg, you were saying yesterday of how you think you said look who's talking kind of like researched his career.
Yes.
I can't get mad about that. I can't get mad about that. That I kind of forget about that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it kind of resurged his career for a minute, and then after that, it just he went on to do like TV movies, and it just again declined again. And then once he did Pulp Fiction, yeah, once he did Pulp Fiction, yeah, I think like it re solidified it, and it just he had like a second win in his career, and he just kept going. But yeah, John Travolta, honestly, here's a guy whose career has been up and down throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? Like some of it's not his fault. Now, in recent years, I can't really blame him too much, and here's why. Because at one point, he was married to Kelly Preston, and Kelly Preston has, at this point, passed away. So he kind of stepped
Wow.
outside of the spotlight, and not to mention, I think he lost his son, I believe. Yeah, he lost his son too, a few years earlier. So that kind of has something to do with it. But as good of an actor John Travolta is, I really think that I really feel hopefully he can like come back and like be the actor that we you know we love. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the problem is it's just not enough scripts. All like most of the old timers, they're doing straight to DVD movies. Hell, Jamie Foxx is starting that. You know what I'm saying? He's doing movies that's going straight to DVD or Netflix, something like that. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino in some cases. You know what I'm saying? So, um, honestly, back to this movie though. But honestly, this movie right here, to be real with you, I don't. It didn't need a sequel to me. And if you're gonna do a sequel, you should definitely stay true to the sequel. You know what I'm saying? Like the first one was rated R, and then you dim it down to PG, which I feel like that's part of the issue with me. And if you would have kept it at rated R and brought some of that grittiness, then we would have had probably most likely a much better movie. No, movies are not like they used to be. It's Prime and Netflix. Yeah, they're not like it used to be. Like back then, you can't wait till a movie come out. You can't wait for a Denzel movie or a Nicolas Cage movie or a John Travolta movie. You can't wait till it be in theaters. Now it's just um now it's just at this point it goes straight to it to me when it goes straight to streaming. And it's like some of these movies should be in theaters. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. So I guess we live in a world of streaming, I suppose. But yeah, I this movie now it did had a couple of good scenes to it. Like there was a couple of dance numbers that I thought was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, kind of hammy. But I just feel like the romantic chemistry between the three leads to me wasn't convincing at all. It was just it was lack of creativity. It was just lack of focus. It was just mumbo jumbo all over the place. And some of the dance numbers to me was like mumbo jumbo all over the place. The rest of Stallone should not even be doing. The name of the movie, Staying Alive. The rest of Stallone, we shouldn't be. He no. He look. When he writes Rocky, he's great. Maybe he should stick with that. When he's directing, don't don't direct anymore because I just directing is not his thing. And especially you're doing a mu- dramatic musical and a romantic movie, which like I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't seen uh, Sylvester Stallone do much in a way of romantic stuff. Maybe with the exception of Rocky, which that was a much better story. It was a much better chemistry between Rocky and Adrian. You know what I'm saying? And this is not an oppressive movie at all. I give it two thumbs way, way, way down for this piece of shit movie. Is it the worst movie? It's one of the worst John Travolta movies I've seen. Now, the only thing that actually saves this movie is the soundtrack, which should have got several nominations. If if I was the committee at the Oscars, I would put this in as the best soundtrack of night one of the best soundtracks of 1983. To an otherwise piece of shit garbage movie that just doesn't know it felt like if a 5 year old wrote this movie. Like that's how I feel. Is it one of the worst movies? Is it my top pick of the worst movies? Well, I mean, it's in, I'm gonna throw in it. It's in there somewhere. But this movie, Staying Alive, it should have just stayed dead. It should have just that's the new title. Stay dead because this movie is just is dead. The, everything about it was just no. No, I didn't buy it. This was a catastrophe. This is this movie pretty much is a tragedy to Saturday Night Fever. If you go, like I said, if you're gonna do a movie, you're gonna follow up on it. Have that, have some grit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have loved to see more of Tony's mother, but we didn't get that in this case. You know what I'm saying? We got her in one scene. That was it. She was a waste. So with that being said, it didn't even explain like where was some of his friends that he was with. I know the one passed away. You know what I'm saying? He jumped off he accidentally jumped off a bridge. That was you know what I'm saying? But where's everybody? And they didn't even touch up on that either. So this was amateur writing at its best. This was probably one of the worst movies of the '80s. You could add that to the resume of what's one of the worst John Travolta movies. So I give it two thumbs, way, way, way down for this otherwise garbage pail of a movie. Reg, you could take it away.
Sure. Well, I've heard so many years about this infamous movie, and when it comes to like the original Saturday Night Fever, I like the movie, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm like a diehard fan of it. You know what I'm saying? I think my biggest memory of the movie would just be like the soundtrack, the BG soundtrack, because you guys know I do like the BGs. I do like the BGs and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like they get too people focus them too much on the disco. But I've done a review. Try and I done a review on Saturday Night Fever soundtrack on my channel. I don't want to bore y'all with that because we're here talking about the movie and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Now back to the movie. When it comes to John Travolta, he is probably the most hit or miss actor in history. Like he's the Disney of acting. Like Disney will have his highs, will have his lows, it will have his unexpected highs again, unexpected lows, highs again, and at one point it's just medium. It's not high, it's not low, it's just medium. John Travolta is like that, and I'm just grateful that this is one of the things I'm grateful about doing the review on because I never really actually dove deep into it. But then when it comes to that Staying Alive movie, it, it's funny. I was expecting worse from the movie. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting worse. Like, oh, don't get me wrong, the movie's trash. The movie sucks and everything
Yeah, it
like
was
that too.
good.
But see, this is the kind of thing with '80s movies. We were expect because you got to remember, Staying Alive came out 6 years after Saturday Night Fever. Then the whole quote unquote disco demolition laid an impact. And I'm gonna be real. Everyone's talking about, oh, disco died in '79. I disagree because you got to remember a lot of those disco acts that came out post disco demolition and everything like that too. Um, they were recorded like '79, late '78. Prime example, Michael Jackson's Off the Wall album.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, that came out post the disco demolition, and
it did.
y'all know the rest. And Staying Alive came out in '83, and by the time '83 happened, disco was kind of getting replaced by like new wave and pop and
Hmm.
everything like that. Of course, post Thriller,
Yeah,
and then Madonna came, Duran Duran, and so on and so on and everything. So this movie, people might look at this like, why are they trying to do this shit again? And keep in mind, with John Travolta, we talked about this last night, and I'm gonna save that for later. But first of all, the directing from Sylvester Stallone. This came out 1 year after Rocky 3, which, believe it or not, I did not even know he directed Rocky 3 until I was
which is
looking
a
it up. I
much
was like,
much better movie.
yeah, and John Travolta wanted that same feel, that grittiness of Rocky 3. To me, Rocky 3 was the last great Rocky movie in the franchise. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love Rocky 4. Rocky 4 was like the Batman Forever of the franchise.
Rocky Four gave us Dolph Lundgren. That pretty much what it gave us.
It
It
goes what?
it gave us Dolph Lundgren, who played Ivan Drago. That
Oh,
was a great introduction.
you mean the Russian?
Yeah, the Russian guy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you know what? Rocky Four, it started to grow on me a little bit, but at the same time, it's not the best of the. It's still not best in the. I say this, it's better than five. I will say that five was garbage.
Yeah. I'm at that point, I'm just like, this nigga still boxing? Like, this nigga still trying to be the champ? Like, it took him 5 fucking movies. But yeah. But with this movie, the street, Tony walking down the street with Staying Alive in the background. He was the fucking shit. Like, you see a title that says Saturday Night Fever. You might think that's a porno or some shit like that too. Cause the dancing and the music is gonna sneak up on you. The first scene is Staying Alive, he's like dancing like that, dun, 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 and it just screams, yeah, this is a dancey movie and everything. Because Saturday Night Fever was a dark, it had some dark moments in that movie
Yeah.
and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
It-
pop culture, they made it seem like it's this happy-go-lucky disco, have fun time kind of movie. I'm like, nah, nigga. But yeah, and then like I said, John Travolta. I'm gonna say my thoughts on him and everything in a minute. But yeah, the acting, it's just like Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Like Sylvester Stallone makes Robert Stingwood like fucking Martin Scorsese and some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like Finola Hughes, Finola Hughes. Um,
I was waiting on for Fiona Hughes was gonna karate chop somebody. You know how she
yeah,
be doing in General Hospital.
right. Very great actress, not just soap operas. She was also on other shit too, like Charmed,
Yes, she
um,
was.
Blossom,
Hmm.
which like the later seasons and stuff like that too. Like she's. I'm not gonna fault her because, like I said, this might be one of her first acting roles and everything like that too, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the chemistry, love chemistry between all the triangle between Jackie and her character and Tony. I just, like I said, I didn't feel it. Laura, that's her name, Laura. I
Mm.
just didn't fucking feel it and everything. You know what I'm saying? And there was just some like very questionable. There was just some very questionable fucking moments and everything like that in the fucking movie. Like it's funny too because when we're watching Tony Strut in a Saturday Night Fever, he's a shit. But then when he's a waiter, people bumping into him, he's breaking shit. It's just like they aged him. You know what I'm saying? It's like small shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like small shit like that will just send somebody thinking to themselves like, okay, yeah, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It's fucking crazy. But yeah, what else? What else? Oh Jesus Christ. By the time the ending happened, and then it was, I kind of was just like, yeah, I'm kind of drawn out and everything like that. Now, again, the music was amazing. I like the soundtrack. It's not the greatest soundtrack since sliced bread, but if you love that early '80s pop, um, adult contemporary mix, like a good mixture of adult contemporary dance, pop, and and everything like that too, and everything, then that might be the best fit and everything because um whatever I've always seen the soundtrack in stores like Barnes and Noble and
Yeah,
everything like that, and I'm just like
yeah,
it's always in vinyl. I'm like I'm not paying no fucking $40 for this. So
right.
you know, I still want to pay $40 for this soundtrack, you know. But like the Bee Gees, they did like the first half, and then the second half, they had other people doing like they had this one song, "I'm Never Gonna Give You Up" with Frank Stallone and Cynthia Rhodes, which I fucking love that record. I didn't even know that was from this movie and stuff like that. I didn't know that was from this movie. All these years, I thought it was. All these years, I thought it was like some John Hughes movie. It was in or some shit like that. Because you know John Hughes, you know them John Hughes movie and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
always had the fucking shit, fucking happy-go-lucky, feel-good, whimsical kind of music and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh yeah. But then John Travolta. Oh my god. Where do I begin?
Yes.
He just told this shit. Keep in fucking mind. He turned down a lot of movies during the 80s. This nigga turned down Officer and a Gentleman,
Yikes.
which honestly, if Officer and a Gentleman, I'm looking at myself like, wow, wow, and everything, you know what I'm saying? But he did a lot of crap in the 80s and shit, you know what I'm saying? But hey, if it's what it is, it is what it is.
Oh, I think he froze on my froze.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you.
What was the last thing you heard?
He turned down Officer and the Gentleman.
Officer and a Gentleman, American Gigolo, Splash, some of the movies he turned down.
Now, see, Splash. I'm glad he turned that down. I don't. The chemistry with him in the moment. No, I'm glad he did. But an Officer and a Gentleman, and I could see him in American Gigolo. I could see that. I could see that. But I feel like if it wasn't for those two movies, like we wouldn't have got Richard Gere. But I could also see him in those two movies too.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, shit. But yeah, man, it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's just with these motherfucking John Travolta and shit. It just took a. I feel like with this movie, it really changed the trajectory of his career in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's late '70s to the early '80s. I'm talking about '75 to '80. He was on a roll and everything. You know what I'm saying? But
Even that
everything
T-
else, you said what?
Even that TV movie he did, The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, that was a good one.
I heard that was a good movie.
That was really good. He was great in that.
Hmm.
Cynthia Rhodes had better chemistry than Dirty Dancing. I strongly agree. She could dance. Yeah, I strongly and Dirty Dancing. That's another good movie I love.
I never cared for it.
Really?
I never cared for that. I was
Oh,
never a big Patrick Swayze fan like that.
oh wow. Yeah, I love me some Patrick Swayze.
Good actor, but he just a lot of his movies are kind of
So, what do you give this movie out of 10?
four.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 as well too. I, mm, I'm being generous. I'm being generous. I
I'm
think
not.
what saved it was the soundtrack. Letty said 4. Letty Lou said 4. Yeah, yeah, and if it wasn't for the soundtrack, mm, it would have been a little lower rating.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, Patrick
Okay.
Patrick Swayze and The Outsiders. He was good. I like Patrick Swayze. If I had to name one '80s movie that I thought I'd say is one of his best, I put Dirty Dancing up there, but I would say Roadhouse is one of my favorites.
I heard that was a good movie too.
Very good if you love action. If you love action, and like it's like bunch of like fight scenes, good ones too.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna stay out here for about 2 more minutes.
That's fine with me. I'm
Yeah.
chilling before I make dinner anyway.
See. Hey Shay, how you doing? How you doing today?
Yeah, it's just. Oh, I guess I was expecting worse.
I went into low expectations of the movie, and I'm glad I did. Like, I'll put it to you this way: it's it made it up there, but it made it up there as top worst movies. But it's one of those things where it's like I can't even say it's so bad it's good. It's so bad it's bad. What's the next movie? That's a good question. Shoot. I'm okay. What about you? I'm doing all right. Just chilling for a little bit before I go to work. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's a good question. What's the next movie? I got several in line. I got several lined up. One of them being what's that? Ghost Dad. I'm still want to do that one.
Let me know when you do that one.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. And then I'm gonna do Harlem Nights too. Whiplash. Now Whiplash, I've seen that a while ago with Miles Teller. I've seen that one. That one was really good. That one was really good. No Country for Old Men, on the other hand, that was when I first watched it. I'm like, it's one of those what the hell did I just watch type movie. I mean, it was. I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I liked it, I don't know if I hate. I have a yes, a love hate relationship with it. But yeah, Whiplash was good though. That was good. You have anything to say before we head out here?
Um, this has been a fun ass review.
Yeah,
Definitely.
facts for sure.
It's not really
So,
a lot we can talk about this movie. To be real with
huh?
you, it's not really a lot we can talk about this movie.
No, because it really wasn't much to talk about. It was a movie with it basically it was a hour and a half rehearsal exercise. That's what I got. That's what I got.
Right. But yeah, appreciate this, Mike, for letting me
Yeah,
know.
no problem, y'all. Yeah, this has been a good review. So tune in to more reviews. I will probably do a review next week. So stay tuned for that. And I don't know, who knows? I might do a random live stream just to, you know, talk and chat and all that stuff. But appreciate this as usual. Big shout out to Reg. Um,
Shout out to Mike.
yeah, go make sure to subscribe to his channel. That's REG Reviews. That is REG Reviews. So, all right, y'all. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.